So if you listen to this video, after you listen to this video, check out my YouTube, and I have a YouTube video that I literally just made before this video that I'm about to make, right? And I'm always answering questions, follow knowledge of self, follow intuition. I tell you guys that all the time. And I got books. I got like 3 books or so that I probably got open up right now, and I pick up whatever I want to learn or Google it, whatever I want to learn that day at that moment. I just go. So right now I got this one book that's small and it's super dope. And I've been meaning, I'm dying to pick it up, and I just picked it up just now and just read like 2 pages. And I'm gonna read the introduction to you, and then I'm going to read the little chapter 1, and they're very short. And the chapter 1, after I'm done, I will tell you why that goes in conjunction with kind of the YouTube video that I made, okay? And then I want you to watch both of them, and hopefully you follow what I'm trying to tell you. When we analyze consciousness in our community and how we assume we are awake by following organizations, we really don't understand the deepness of the self-oppression that we are committing against ourselves when we partake in what we consider truth from the mind of one man who runs an organization to push that one truth onto a world of people who are looking for truth, not knowing that we are our very own truth. If I set up an organization and created a truth of my own to give to the people, then the people will not be thinking for themselves and searching for their own truth. They will be allowing me to think for them and telling them what truth is. This has been the philosophy of so-called black people ever since the system has assigned us so-called leaders to contain our minds to make us think that we need leaders. I'm going to keep going. Basically, people think that we're self-thinkers, and we're not. People don't really think, like, why did I learn this? Why does ABCs go A, B, C, D? Why do you spell cat C-A-T? What is a motherfucking cat? What is a computer? What is a book? What is a tree? We have to reteach ourselves. We have been taught every single thing, guys. You've been taught how to eat. I tell you guys, watch what you eat. Watch what you eat. It's information. This is my YouTube video. Is going to go into that. I'm going to keep going, though. By us assuming that we need someone to lead us, this takes us out of our spiritual abilities to be able to mentally liberate ourselves individually by going outside of this matrix to create our own realities. And we will not be able to do this because in order for us to create our own realities, we need our minds to think. And if they are thinking for us by giving us their truth, we will forever be contained with small talk about how we were slaves and how we built the pyramids, even though we have not even built anything for ourselves in these times. And we will glorify this history over and over, not knowing that we have the capability to leave outside of these man-made histories by going into our minds and recording and building our own histories that will be passed down, not only in books but in our very own DNA. So now I will go more in depth on the subject. So now I'm gonna read a quick little chapter 1, and then I'm gonna tell you. Chapter 1: we are recorded in our DNA. So my YouTube video, and I always tell you guys, food is information, food is control. There's mental slavery. There's a lot of things that we're doing and a lot of things we're not doing that doesn't open up the mind, the pineal gland, the third eye. You know what I'm saying? I'm in the urban neighborhoods trying to spread this to urban people, melanated people, people that are down and lost, people that are hypnotized, that think they're awake and they're not really awake. When we talk about things such as time machines and time traveling, what we must understand is that the machine itself is already built within the subconscious part of our minds, which is connected to the very DNA that we carry in us from one dimension to another to create higher spiritual and biological connections to other intelligence within the universe. Our DNA holds records of the very ancestors in our bloodlines, their thoughts, activities, and image records of environment and, hold on, excuse me, I'm turning the page. People that you may witness in this life as deja vu encounter, not knowing that it wasn't you that met these people or environments, but one of your ancestors. And because that ancestor's records was awakened inside of you, this caused you to pick up on the consciousness of that ancestor, to recognize the person or environment in which this ancestor that you are spiritually connected to was conscious, and all in the life that this ancestor processed that person or environment by way of the dis in the eye, or the eye hiru. Just like we are meeting people here and engaging different environments, we are downloading and processing our communication and images in our subconscious mind, which will transfer into our DNA. Study your DNA. All the information lies within the blood. Purify the blood. Clear the blood. Eat living raw foods as much as possible. The higher the food in the air, the higher the vibration. The more is gathering the information from the soil, from the air, from the sunlight. Everything you eat, when you eat live foods, you're eating live information. It's like an explosion in you of light cells. And it explodes in you, and it gives you the information. And that information comes from many, many places. And the foods that we've been eating and we've been so down to eat over these thousands of years have downgraded us so much that we don't even know who the fuck we are no more. And I'm here to tell you guys that you are walking, living goddesses and gods. You guys have the power to do anything you want, to create and destroy. But they teach us to look outside and to wait for something else, and to think on something else, and give the power to something else, and to believe what we've been taught to believe. Everything that you know, you were taught by somebody else, even if it was your mother. But who taught your mother? And who taught her mother or her father? And them, and so on and so on. You get what I'm digging? The microwaves meant to fry your fucking ass. The chemicals in the faucet water, in the shower water, the shampoos, the deodorants, the toothpaste, the peanut gland, they don't teach you about in school. They don't teach you about none of the ancient tribes. They don't teach you about the true body parts. They don't teach you about true nutrition. They don't treat doctors about true nutrition. They want to keep you sick. Why don't we garden? Why don't we spend time barefooted in the sunlight, breathing fresh air? Why don't we have trees and bushes and grass and nature? Because all this stuff calms the mind and body, and it clears things up and has people, the human body, doing things that they don't want to do. And when I say they, it's the lower cells. Everything is in a human body. You have lower cells and higher cells. It's just tons of different entities. All the bullshit that we eat and breathe creates these entities, and these entities live in you, and they cannot. You clean your blood out. You clean your body out. You eat that light diet, that light food, and boom. They don't like light. They don't like heat. Parasites are their own entities. They're living entities that have been here for billions of years. Study up on them, and you'll find out they tap into your nervous system and they control your ass. Straight up. They control your ass. You have living entities in you, guys. Put the right entities in you, get the wrong entities out. Your DNA. We all have genetic codes in us that are asleep. You start eating that right diet, living that right life, they start waking up. Explosions up in you. Watch my last YouTube video that I posted. I talk about this. Food is information. Food is control. If you eat the right way, you live the right way, each and every one of y'all will wake up and know that you're very special.